Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Chet Buchanan from 98.5 KLUC in Las Vegas. When you come to my town, I will buy you a beer. You track me down, I'll buy you a beer. But you have to let me know that you're listening to the Hoppe and SuperRICH show.
So you have something to say, SuperRICH? What's happening, my man?
Yes, I do. From WKQX.
101.1 FM.
101.1, yes. Good station. I listen to it. You can win prizes and meet on-air talent Lauren from 101.1 WKQX this Thursday. That's today from 4:30 to 6:30. So make sure you stop on by at 4:30, at least 4:30, because you can go from 4:30 to 6:30 to meet Lauren. That's here at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, Eisenhower Lane, Lombard, Illinois. Check it out.
Sounds good. Check it out. If you want to go on the radio, or hey, maybe you're a big fan of Lauren and you want to meet her, you love hearing her on 101.1 WKQX.
I think if I remember correctly, she's got a very smooth, soothing voice, good radio voice.
Kind of like my voice, yeah. Call the show if you want to talk to me on the air. 630-785-2510. That is 630-785-2510. You got to appreciate this Futurama drop.
Yes, this is the Futurama theme song. That's right.
Great show. All right, what's coming up in SuperRICH news?
So a reporter's purse was swiped from the TV truck near police headquarters.
Oh, geez.
And this is
Go on.
And this is in Oakland. Where else?
Now, real quick about Oakland. I've been to San Francisco twice in my life, once in 2008, once in 2010. And in 2010, we went to Oakland. We went over the bridge because we visited the University of Berkeley, just to, like, walk around. It's really nice. And you have to go through Oakland, dude. Oakland is brutal. Like, what do you think Oakland looks like, real quick?
I've been to San Francisco, but never Oakland, so I don't really know. All I know is that it's probably got like a good scenery, like as far as no, as far as like it's on the ocean. So that's nice. But the actual city, I know it's like crap.
Here's the problem with Oakland: it's not well lit, and there's construction cranes everywhere by like billboards. Like the city's just always in rebuilding mode. And the worst part about Oakland, or the weird part about it, is like, there's no lights. Like, cities light up at night. Like, you go from San Francisco, it's all lit up. It's all happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you go over to, like, Oakland, it's dark. And there's really no skyline. A part of their skyline, Ryan, is a parking garage and apartments. Parking garage and a hotel, not apartments.
That's crazy.
And it's just like, how do you go from one of the most expensive cities to live in all of America to Oakland? It's just a weird transition.
Yeah, it really is.
And they're moving the Warriors out of there in like 2017. So
are they?
Now Oakland's going to have less to like be happy about. Like,
that's right. I heard that they're building a new arena and it's going to be in San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco trying to milk
Oracle Arena is no more.
Yeah, oh no. So what's going on?
So anyway, another reporter has been victimized by criminals in Oakland.
Yeah.
Only this one takes the cake.
Oh, geez.
KTVU reporter anchor Heather Holmes had her purse stolen from a TV truck on Monday night while she and a camera operator were parked near Oakland Police Headquarters.
Yeah.
The subject of her live report, a violent daylight robbery of a woman in North Oakland. How ironic is that?
Oh, geez.
Holmes and a photographer were standing near the corner of 7th Street and Broadway in the city's downtown for their report.
Yeah.
Their van wasn't locked because the crew had only recently arrived at the corner, and the vehicle was only steps away. Someone used Holmes' bank card at a nearby Chevron gas station on Castro Street within 20 minutes of the theft. And she tweeted out a thing about it. She said, "Are you kidding me? Doing a live report at Oakland Police Headquarters, and my purse is stolen from the live truck. We were parked outside. Hashtag OPD." That would be Oakland Police Department.
How are you mad at the cops for having it happen? They're pretty busy. I'm sure they're very busy inside of there trying to fix crimes, and they would never think that would happen to a news girl. I mean, I get you're mad, but what are you tweeting
Well, also, why didn't they lock the truck?
Thank you.
If you're in Oakland and you know it's dangerous and you're reporting about a robbery in broad daylight.
And maybe you have a nice iPhone in your purse and some nice perfume. I think you would maybe lock the truck and double lock it and triple lock it. Come on.
I always lock my car when I leave, and I mean, Lombard's not a dangerous community, but I always lock it when I'm
There are those weird homeless people.
When I'm walking from the parking lot. Like, you just always make sure your door's
I always lock
locked.
my door. Who doesn't lock their door?
I know. You're always supposed to.
I even lock my door when it's in the rain. Like when I was leaving school, I got drenched, but I had to. I had to lock my door. So it's hard to feel bad for this girl because you're putting yourself in a bad position. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also, I don't know. I don't understand why you just wouldn't lock the doors. But Holmes' story about a woman being mugged at 48th Street and Shattuck Avenue led the 10 p.m. newscast. She reported on an incident in which Good Samaritans came to the aid of the woman who was attacked and robbed.
Wait, so what led it? That her purse got taken or the thing she was covering?
No, the thing she was covering.
I was about to say, thank God, her purse getting taken, leading off the news. You must be really egotistical. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. We have to start off with this story. It's so important. I just had my purse stolen. The segment included video showing the bloodied woman being taken into an ambulance.
Yeah,
KTVU has previously fallen prey to thieves. In March, Scuffles stole camera equipment from a parked van in Oakland's Fruitvale neighborhood. The episodes are the latest in a spat of holdups and burglaries targeting the media in Oakland, some in the middle of the day, which is
I bet
crazy.
they get so sick of it. I'm not defending the criminals, but imagine this. You want to just get away with it. No one really goes to Oakland, so it's easier to commit crimes. You know what I mean? Because there's no spotlight on it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
But listen, you have these media reporters covering it, and you're just like, I just want to be able to rob these houses without any complaints. So imagine how mad you must be at the news for, like, spotlighting it. I mean, obviously, I'm glad the news is spotlighting it, put these scumbags in jail. All I'm saying is just imagine from their point of view, like, come on, man, you're ruining the fun. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I mean, all these guys want to do is just try to get away with it, you know.
But just imagine how funny that must be when you have, like, the news girl's, like, iPhone and everything. Like, you just took the news girl's, like, purse, and you're just like, ha.
And also, in one incident, a robber grabbed a camera that was being used for a live noon broadcast, so that must have been odd,
This
too.
is like something that happened in the first episode of the Ninja Turtles. Have you seen the first episode ever?
No, I haven't.
If we had our good friend Ryan Risky, and he would know it. That's what happens. It got taken from a truck, and that cartoon's from, like, the 80s. God. Just how dumb are you? You're a professional news. Which affiliate is it? Does it say?
KTVU.
That's like CBS and...
You're right. I don't know what affiliate it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. It's a prominent news channel in San Francisco. Make sure you lock your truck. You know what I mean, Ryan?
Yeah, I agree. In response, several TV stations, including a bunch in Oakland, have hired security guards to accompany reporters and camera operators in Oakland. Many of the guards are retired police officers.
That's never good.
KTVU does not automatically send security guards out with its crews, but employees who are concerned about their safety can request the escorts, several KTVU staffers said.
Well, maybe you should make it a requirement to bring some extra people. Bringing extra people to a big story like this, Ryan, is never a bad thing.
Right.
You've never been like, hey, I brought a few extra people with me to Oakland. Man, was that a bad idea? No. Any bad part of town, it's never a bad idea to bring more people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when you're a news media channel covering it.
I mean, you're covering violence, and the violence is happening to the people who are covering the violence.
Right in front of you. You're talking to the people that had it.
I mean, that's just not right.
You're right. You're one person away from the person who did it when you're talking to the victims. Why not bring more people just to make sure you're safe? That's all I'm saying. Ridiculous.
Guards have been known to accompany TV crews to news conferences where police officers are arguably in large numbers. But this is probably the first incident in recent memory in which journalists have reported being victimized right outside Oakland Police headquarters. And that's that.
Ryan, what else is coming up in SuperRICH News? What else is going on?
Neighbors in Del Luz, which is a community where I have yet to find out where it is. It's on the West Coast somewhere.
I'll look it up.
Outraged after convicted rapist moves in, and this is from an ABC affiliate, ABC 10 News. Yeah. But, De Luz, D-E space L-U-Z.
That's in good old California for you.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
A North County community is outraged after a convicted rapist moved in on the sly. Residents.
What do you mean on a sly? Like he had to tell all the neighbors? Isn't that pretty much what
No, he moved in without like his neighbors knowing.
Yeah, because when you're a rapist or any type of awful person like that, you have to go door to door and get signatures.
Yeah, and apparently no one was notified about it.
Yeah, that's not how it goes. The rule is you have to tell every single person. Because one time I had that doorbell, and my dad's like, Ryan, go back to your room now. I was like 5. I was scared. The guy moved out when I was like 8. And they never told me until years later.
But it was a guy in like your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Good old classy gentleman he was.
Did you walk to the park with him?
Yeah, he was my babysitter.
Residents in De Luz, a community southwest of Temecula, met Saturday to share concerns about their new neighbor who has a violent past.
Oh, geez, that's never good.
No,
it's
it's
never
not.
good to have a neighbor move in without letting you know, especially when he has that bad of a past. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Close to 200 neighbors packed the Del Luz volunteer fire station, demanding answers. They want to know how 69-year-old Barrett Littleton, a convicted rapist, can move into their neighborhood without any of them knowing. We would have liked to have been notified the proper way. We just all kind of found out because his parole officer got lost, said Tamara Kudel, a concerned neighbor. Littleton moved in last month. He is considered a low risk, so he's low risk.
There's no such thing as
I didn't know there was low risk and high risk sexual offenders, but
No. There's such thing as they're both high risk. If you committed that crime, there is something wrong with you. There's no grades of it. There's no rank. No. If you're a sex offender, you're a sex offender.
I know it's pretty simple.
You're a scumbag. Sorry.
Yeah. So he's considered a low risk sex offender, meaning neighbors do not get notified. But I think you should still be notified no matter what.
It's the lowest possible ranking or it's the highest ranking.
Because, I mean, how would you feel if he had a relapse and your kid is walking to the park with his friend
That's
or something?
what I'm saying. There's no reason not to have him do it. At the end of the day, you're both a sex offender. I don't care if you're a high-ranking one, medium, adequate, or low. You should have to tell your neighbors and get the signature. That's all I'm saying.
Littleton was convicted in 1990 of raping a woman in Pacific Beach twice, as well as 3 other related convictions in the 1970s. How is this low risk? It seems pretty high risk to me.
Then if this
That's
is low risk,
5 convictions.
Ryan, if
since
this is low
since
risk,
1970.
if this is low risk, what's high risk then?
High risk would be like rape and murder, maybe?
Or
I don't know.
This is despicable. This is terrible. How is this low risk? And how did he get away with moving in without letting the neighbors know?
Well, apparently a low-risk sex offender means neighbors are not going to notify when they move in. But this doesn't seem low risk, and when the neighbors probably found out about his criminal background, that they were pretty scared, I'm sure.
And not just that, maybe they think it's low risk because it's been going on since 1970 and he's changed his life around all the time he spent in jail. That never gets changed.
He is 69 years old.
I don't care if he's 69 or 25. Who cares?
It's ironic he's 69 years old, isn't it?
Oh, geez.
He is suspected in more attacks, but the victims could not identify him. So that's just great. Pretty freaked out. I haven't slept in my own house since last night, said a woman named Stephanie, who asked 10 News to withhold her last name. Stephanie says Littleton came to her home about 2 weeks ago to chat. Littleton just gave me a really bad feeling in my stomach, really bad, so after he left, I put cones up at the end of my driveway 2 days later. I find out it's this guy.
Listen, if she has a bad feeling about the guy and she didn't know who he was, that's not a good thing. That shows that you are a high-risk person if you haven't changed.
That's what I think. There's another woman named Marcela Ruiz who is concerned because she has 2 young boys and lives a mile away from Littleton. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Anytime you have young children, you want to live in the safest possible scenarios.
Pretty much.
There's more precautions, making sure the doors, the windows are locked. Out here, we leave everything open because there's no one around, no danger around. Tamara Kudel handed out flyers Saturday. She said she has about 50 people interested in taking courses to learn how to use a gun and self-defense. And so the San Diego County Sheriff's Department says it is reviewing its policy on sex offender notifications. Thank God they're doing something.
You might have to review it. When this guy is considered a low-risk one, I'm sorry, De La Cruz, California police, you need to check your priorities and your policies right now.
Yeah. So concerned residents called a meeting Saturday. So they're trying to get things straightened out. I hope they do. I hope they have the right things in place.
Here's to hoping that the
bad people aren't moving into good communities like that.
Here's to hoping that the police of De La Cruz get their act together.
Coming up, the Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
What's coming up?
Coming up, we have a couple sports-related stories. The Spurs are champs, of
Hell
course.
Yeah.
So, ranking the champions. We're going to take you through a couple of numbers here, a couple of facts. A couple interesting facts just to tell you how dominant the Spurs were when they beat the awful Miami Heat. And the Dodgers fan who was accused of violating a lifetime stadium ban 6 years ago went back to the park And guess what? He got arrested again. Props to the Cincinnati Reds for, like, staking out this guy and figuring out that he was, like, at the game. Wow.
Ryan, if they want to meet Lauren from 101.1 WKQX, that is today from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. live at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard. To find the address, search it on your Google Maps app. We will be right back. Hang on.
The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show.
Don't be stupid. Where do you think you're going? The Hoppe and SuperRICH Show will be right back. Do not move.
ICB Lombard's own underground station. TheEdgeOnAir.com.